start with person analysis. As the person analysis wrote, IBM retreated from North Korea and Iran. It has to face different political situations in different nations. Talking about environmental factors, bird flu in Asia in 2004 affected IBM's supplies because China is one of IBM's biggest suppliers. Language is a major concern for IBM because it produces multi-language software and communication is affected. Technology is another major factor in IBM because it is an organization in IT sector. Recession has affected IBM like any other company. It has moved business away from the US as data shows. The European Commission accused IBM of being a monopoly. It affected the image and marketing strategy of IBM.
We continue with Porter's hypothesis analysis. First, the bargaining power of buyers. The bargaining power of buyers in IBM is very high because consumers can use other hardware alternatives that are not produced by IBM but are produced by companies like Apple and Wipro. Similarly, IBM operates in a business-to-business market, which means that most of its consumers are big organizations which buy in bulk. Therefore, they have higher leverage over IBM. Now, the bargaining power of suppliers. IBM uses different suppliers that produce different components for IBM. Therefore, any individual supplier will have less bargaining power. We continue with threat of new energy, which is also low because it requires high capital, more technology costs, and research and development costs which are very high to enter into the market, and many businesses will not be able to risk it. Similarly, the intensity of rivalry within the market in which IBM operates is also very high. Companies such as Microsoft, Dell, HP, and Accenture are players within the market and it will be very hard for IBM to compete against them. We continue with threat of substitutes, which is very low because the computer software which IBM produces cannot be easily replaced by other components. There are no substitutes for it. So the threat of substitutes within the market for IBM is very low.
Now we continue with the SWOT analysis of IBM. First, the strengths. IBM is one of the oldest, biggest, and leading IT company. They are the fourth most recognized company and have one of the most profitable companies with a value of $6 billion. Now we continue with the weaknesses. IBM's huge size has led to the slow reaction of customers' needs and wants. Due to the current recession, it has led to the downfall of 30% of IBM's revenue. High operating costs and competitors has led IBM to buy back $8 billion in stocks, and language barriers have caused a major problem for IBM. Now the opportunities. Due to the increasing globalization, IBM can supply its products to more territories. Investing in different fields can also be a huge opportunity for IBM. Now the threats. As they are hugely dependent on Microsoft on the computer services division, it could be a huge problem for IBM if anything ever happened to Microsoft. Sensitive and important information can also be drawn by the hackers. And of course, the huge competitors like HP, Dell are huge threat for IBM.
Regarding to the failure of the company, it follows open system model and human relation model. In open system model, IBM has launched Global Innovation Outlook. GIO is the experiment in exploration, collaboration, and innovation. IBM has also worked with different universities in order to get new innovators. Individual model of IBM. Since 1920s, there is corporate open door policies. They employ 375,000 people in 6 continents.
The various challenges IBM faces. First, the competition. IBM faces competition from firms like HP and Nauticon. Next, the size and diversification. Since IBM is a multinational company, it is spread across various continents. It makes collaboration a little bit harder.
Now hacking. Hacking has also been one of the major problems of IBM. It has become a problem for the market in which IBM operates. Communication. Due to cultural, social, and time zone barriers, communication has become really hard for IBM.
Our recommendations for IBM are:
We recommend that IBM should follow open system model because it focuses on flexibility and employee can get motivated. As there were 2 lawsuits by employee, the human relation is not effective. It is important to rebuild the image of IBM in order to attract younger generation. This should change their marketing strategy and also management is trying in order to attract the younger generation.
IBM should use its size to its benefit. Time potentially wasted in one time zone can be covered by employees in another time zone. This can be done because information created electronically can be transferred quickly across vast distances.